I will never forget autosplenectomy after learning this. In sickle cell, the spleen gets damaged over time. This is called autosplenectomy. It just means the spleen stops working on its own. Simple, right?